Welcome to Any Connector Audio Insights, where operations meet intelligence. This is Ethan Cole, and today we're talking about something that most organizations don't think about until it becomes a problem. Not connectivity, visibility. Because connecting systems is one thing. Knowing when those connections stop working is something entirely different. And as businesses become more dependent on integrations, visibility is quickly becoming one of the most important capabilities in modern IT operations. Let's get started. Modern businesses run on connected systems, applications, APIs, databases, cloud platforms, third-party services. Together, they form the digital ecosystem that powers daily operations. And as organizations continue investing in digital transformation, the number of integrations connecting those systems continues to grow. That connectivity creates efficiency. It enables automation. And it helps information move across the business faster than ever before. But it also introduces a challenge that many organizations overlook: visibility. Because most businesses know when an application goes down. What they often don't know is when an integration silently fails. An employee record may stop syncing between HR and payroll. Inventory data may stop flowing between operational systems. And unlike an application outage, these issues often remain invisible until they begin affecting business outcomes. That's why the conversation around integration is changing. Organizations are no longer focused solely on connecting systems. They're increasingly focused on understanding how those integrations are performing in real time. Because the challenge isn't integration. The challenge is knowing when integration stops working. Think about how most businesses operate today. Sales teams use one platform, finance uses another. HR has its own systems. Operations relies on different tools. Analytics may live somewhere else entirely. Every workflow depends on data moving accurately between those systems. Every automated process depends on integrations functioning as expected. And every business decision depends on information arriving at the right place, at the right time. The problem is that integrations often operate quietly in the background. Once they're implemented, organizations assume they'll continue working indefinitely. But reality looks different. APIs change, data structures evolve, authentication credentials expire, third-party vendors release updates, and even small changes can disrupt critical workflows. Without visibility into those processes, businesses often discover problems only after operational issues begin to appear. And as organizations scale and add more systems, the challenge becomes even greater. For years, integration success was measured by one simple question: can systems exchange data? Today, that's no longer enough. Organizations need confidence that integrations are performing consistently, processing information correctly, and supporting business-critical workflows without interruption. Because a connected system that can't be monitored effectively creates unnecessary risk. This shift mirrors something we're seeing across enterprise technology. Businesses are investing heavily in observability and operational monitoring because they've realized a simple truth: visibility drives reliability. And the same principle applies to integrations. The future of integration isn't just connectivity. It's visibility, accountability, and operational intelligence. Now let's talk about the cost of failures nobody sees. Because many integration issues don't create immediate outages. Instead, they create small disruptions. A failed employee sync delays onboarding. Missing customer data affects service quality. Inventory information becomes inaccurate. Reports become unreliable. At first, these look like isolated incidents. But often, they all trace back to unseen integration failures. And the business impact can be significant. Teams spend time investigating problems manually. Decision-makers lose confidence in data. Customer experiences suffer. And operational costs rise as employees create workarounds for processes that should have been automated. The challenge isn't always the failure itself. The challenge is discovering the failure quickly enough to prevent larger consequences. Organizations without integration visibility often operate reactively. Problems are identified only after users report them. And by then, the damage may already be spreading. Modern IT operations require a different approach, a proactive approach. This is where observability becomes a competitive advantage. Because organizations increasingly want to know exactly what's happening across their connected systems at any given moment. They want visibility into performance metrics, workflow status, transaction histories, error notifications, and operational insights. That level of visibility allows teams to identify issues before they affect users. And more importantly, it creates confidence in the reliability of business processes. Visibility transforms integrations from hidden infrastructure into measurable business assets. Instead of asking, "Does this integration exist?" businesses are asking, "Is it healthy? Is it performing efficiently? Is it supporting business goals?" And that shift is redefining how organizations measure integration success. One of the biggest benefits of integration visibility is faster decision-making, because business leaders increasingly depend on real-time information to forecast performance, guide operations, and respond to market changes. When integrations are monitored effectively, organizations gain greater confidence in the quality and accuracy of their data. And that confidence changes behavior. Leaders spend less time validating information and more time acting on it. Operational teams benefit too. Instead of manually investigating issues across multiple systems, teams can quickly identify the source of problems and resolve them before larger workflows are affected. The result is improved efficiency, reduced downtime, and stronger operational performance. When teams trust the flow of information, they spend less time verifying data and more time using it. That's where visibility stops being a technical feature and starts becoming a business advantage. Visibility also becomes increasingly important as businesses grow, because growth creates complexity, more applications, more workflows, more data sources, more dependencies. Without proper monitoring, managing those connections becomes increasingly difficult. Organizations that invest in integration visibility create a stronger foundation for growth. They gain centralized insight into the health and performance of their entire integration ecosystem. And that makes scaling far easier to manage. Teams can quickly see which integrations are healthy, which workflows are slowing down, and where intervention is needed before issues spread across the business. And that brings us to the future of IT operations. Because traditional IT teams often focus on responding to problems after they happen, the next generation of IT operations will focus on preventing those problems from happening in the first place. Integration visibility plays a critical role in that evolution. With real-time monitoring, alerts, diagnostics, and operational insights, organizations can identify risks early and take corrective action before business processes are affected. The result is less downtime, greater reliability, and stronger trust across the organization. And this is exactly where any connector helps. Because modern integrations should never operate as black boxes. Organizations need visibility into how data moves, how workflows perform, and how systems interact across their digital ecosystem. Any connector provides a centralized integration platform designed for connectivity, reliability, and operational transparency, helping businesses reduce risk, improve efficiency, and make more informed decisions. At the end of the day, the future of IT operations won't be defined solely by how many systems organizations connect. It will be defined by how effectively they understand, monitor, and manage those connections. Because in a world that depends on seamless data flow, visibility is no longer optional. It's becoming a strategic requirement. If you're looking to build a more reliable, scalable, and transparent integration environment, any connector can help you gain the visibility needed to monitor performance, reduce risk, and keep your operations running smoothly. Thanks for listening to Any Connector Audio Insights. Stay sharp, stay ahead. I'll see you in the next one. This is your host, Ethan Cole.